Going on, guys? Steve, welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video. If it's your first time stopping by the channel, hit that subscribe button. Trust me, you won't regret it. You're a returning subscriber as always, guys. Welcome back, and I do appreciate the support. Guys, yesterday I only uploaded 3 videos, and this is one of the videos I didn't get a chance to get to. This story right here, man, is crazy. It's out of Gastonia County in North Carolina. Shout out, Gastonia. And it's about this woman here. I think I did a video about her before because I remember her picture. The woman you see up here is Shirley Dukes, right? Now, they're saying she's from South Carolina, but this is supposed to be happening in Gaston County in North Carolina. This woman right here, supposedly, there was a mentally handicapped guy by the name of Glenn Miller who was killed. And his body was dumped on the freeway, on the side of the freeway, Highway 321 to be exact, in Gaston County, where he was wrapped up. His body was wrapped up in tape and thrown on the rocks on the side of the freeway, and he was found later on, I guess, by somebody that called police. But that's not bad enough. This woman was psychologically and physically abusing this man. One of the weapons they said she used was a hammer. Also, another weapon she used, if you want to count this as a weapon or not, was social media, where she recorded videos and sent them to friends of hers of her abusing this man. This man was forced to live in a tent behind her house, her apartment, live in a tent outside, and treated all different kind of ways. I want you to take a look at this, and I want you to look at how she's in court crying, crocodile tears, after they showed video evidence of her abusing a man that, was disadvantaged. Take a look at this and we'll come back and talk about it.
New tonight at 5:30, a woman has been charged nearly 2 years after a man's body was found along a busy highway. Investigators say the woman is someone the victim trusted.
Channel 9's Gaston County reporter Ken Lemon joins us live on Highway 321 with how this new arrest sheds light on the victim's life before he was killed. Ken?
And that find not far from here in February of 2024 led to the investigation back to a place where they say Glenn Miller was forced to live outside in a tent. Now, prosecutors believe he has some diminished mental capacity, estranged from his family, and they found what they say is evidence on a woman's cell phone of awful, maybe even fatal abuse.
Never been through it.
Shirley Dukes cried as she pled her case in court Tuesday.
I did not lie about anything. I told them everything I knew.
Prosecutors said she kept Glenn Miller under her thumb before a driver found his body wrapped up and tossed onto the rocks on Highway 321 near Dallas.
Essentially taking control of Mr. Miller's life.
He said she forced him to live in a tent in the backyard of her Gastonia apartment. Police found video on her cell phone of Glenn Miller at the home.
Making him apologize for being disgusting and ungrateful to her.
He said she and Miller were from Ohio, and she clearly wanted people seeing the video to know that.
Telling everybody back in her old neighborhood, to look what she's doing.
He said she deleted the most disturbing video. Investigators were able to recover the video of him scrubbing the bathroom floor, Duke standing over him with a hammer.
Telling him that he better do a good job or she would hit him with the hammer again.
Police say she called several people that evening the video was recorded, including a friend whose fingerprints were found on the tape used to wrap Glenn Miller's body.
Your Honor, everything that was said on me is not true. It is not true, Your Honor.
It's clear prosecutors suspect that Shirley Dukes may have killed Glenn Miller, but they only had enough information to charge with assault with a deadly weapon. The man whose fingerprints were found with that body has been charged with concealing a dead body. Live in Dallas, I'm Ken Lemon, Channel 9, Eyewitness News.
Ken, the details of this case are horrific. Thank you for that update.
All right, guys. Sinful. Now, I remember this woman and doing the video on her. I can't remember exactly what they said in that video a couple years ago when this happened, but I remember doing this video. And, looking back on it in retrospect, this is one of the reasons why I say people should be held accountable and made to answer for the crimes that have question marks, where authorities got to put the pieces together, because it's a lot more to this story, and they just want to charge her with something instead of finding out who killed this man. Now, this guy, supposedly, she was in charge of his care. She treated him less than how you would treat an animal. She took advantage of this guy. When I was looking at this video, the same video I showed you guys, this one what went through my head. The man had a disability. He was mentally off. That's why you was supposedly with him. Now, you said both of y'all came from Ohio together, which you wanted them to know why. I don't know why, because he died in North Carolina on the side of the highway where he was dumped. His body was dumped on the side of the highway after he was killed in North Carolina. And you had something to do with it. And you didn't do this by yourself. They said it was a man involved in this as well, whose fingerprints was found on the tape, and they only charged him with dealing with a dead body. My thing is this: they didn't charge her with the murder of this man. She stood over this man and under duress humiliated him on camera. Why? Because she could. She could. She thought it was funny. If we switched the sexes in this and it was a man doing that, I doubt that his charges would be the same as hers. Why? Because the way society has it, the man would know better than doing that. What about her? She should get no leniency. And she should get the full blade of that sword that the hand of justice carries along with them scales. She need to be hit with the scales, and she need to be hit with that sword. That is fucked up. How would you like your life being ended, killed somewhere, and then thrown on the side of the highway? Every day, ladies and gentlemen, people go up and down the highway and don't think about the stories that that highway tells. I'm more than sure this man had people that loved him and cared for him, even though you didn't. You took advantage of him. And that's the sad part. He was a human being. He mattered just like you, ma'am. The thing that's crazy about it, she was standoffish in the courtroom before they showed that video. Then the media didn't show all that. They cut it and then had it to where she was crying after the video was shown. Yeah, I swear to God, I wasn't me. Yeah, well, it was somebody, and you know who it is. So until you tell us who it was that committed this atrocity, if it wasn't you, you will be held responsible. I'm telling you, people always try to look at things from a common sense standpoint, but no common action is done for an offense. This guy suffered, forced to sleep outside. You're talking to him saying, good job, that condescending bullshit that devilish people do on others when they know they had them in their grasp of control. It's hurtful that this happened to this man, whether he was in his right mind or not. He still was a human being, and he wasn't treated as such. So you, yourself, and your counterpart who helped you dispose of this man should pay the ultimate penalty, death. And that's how I feel about it. I feel nothing for people that do this type of shit. Because they do it because they think they'll never get caught. And the more they think they'll never get caught, and the more reaction they get out of other people from tormenting people, the more they feel good about themselves. And the harder they go. I'm Stock Market Steve for the Dynamic Reason channel. As always, like, comment, share, and subscribe. I will see you in the next video. Take care. This is truly sad and heartbreaking at that.